Hello, 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 Capricorn. Thank you for taking time out to watch this video. I want to welcome you to the reading for the full moon slash eclipse happening on January 20th through the 21st. And I'm just going to jump right into it, okay, guys? So, on Instagram, I made a live video and I gave you homework. So the homework was that you had to go all the way to August 2016 to present and analyze and try to jot down a couple of situations that happened that might have gotten you to the point where you are now, which is stuck. Oh, my dear Capricorn, you're so stuck. There was a quote that I kept seeing and kept hearing, and it was "unfuck yourself." I don't even know if that's a quote for real, but that's if there was a message I had to give for your reading was "unfuck yourself." It seems like you're just stuck, but you're not stuck because of any outside um forces. It's you, Cappies. It's you. You're the one that gives power to any outside forces. So if you deactivate them all, if you declare them void, if you declare them powerless, um, if you declare them lifeless, then you're no longer stuck, right? So that was your assignment. Now, for my Capricorns that are watching this video that did not see the Instagram live reading that I did, I'm just going to give you a quick recap. Pretty much, Cappies are stuck on things that have happened in the past. Cappies are in the situation that they're in, i.e., stuck, for no other reason other than themselves. Um, it's almost like you guys have a mental recorder and you keep hitting rewind and play, but you don't let it play out. You guys have had, ever since August 2016 to present, there has been a lot of Cappies that have had a hard time to take off. And it's unfortunate because some of you Cappies have lost some really cool opportunities to start something new. And yes, this includes love and finances. For you, Cappies, specifically, both love and finances have kind of intertwined itself ever since August 2016. It's almost like your bread is where your heart is, right? That's pretty much where you have been, Cappies. So now, so that's the recap, guys. So let me just remind everyone. Right now, we are under this really, really cool vibe where, well, energy, because Mars and Aries have aligned, and Mars is Aries, Aries is Mars, and they represent, warrior gods and goddesses. That's just who they are. Now, the cool thing that's going to happen with this full moon slash eclipse is that this full moon slash eclipse brings in, well, it has a calling for Leo, which is why I sent you to August 2016. And then it's interesting because it starts on August 20th around 10:45 p.m. Eastern time. Please check your time zones, guys. But it starts on the 20th, which makes it Capricorn vibes, right? So it brings Capricorn, and then it ends on January 21st, making it Aquarius. So it brings in Aquarius as well. So all together, we have this really cool balanced energy. And when you put everything together, especially with Mars and Aries aligning themselves, because of this alignment, there is this energy, like this bolt of energy going out to all signs. And actually throughout the whole year, you'll see that, if unless you're a light worker like myself, you probably know this already, you're gonna see that all other signs are gonna start aligning too, the planets and the signs accordingly. So now we have this really cool opportunity where everybody is being called for new beginnings. Like, at the time of this full moon and this eclipse, this is the grand finale. That's it. This is it. Whether you're ready or not, here we go. Like, this is it. So I don't know if it's that I'm concerned, but hey, why not just put it out there? I am a little concerned that my Cappies, if you're not able to unfuck yourself, and get out of your head, it's almost like I wish somebody would take a vacuum cleaner and just dig in real quick. Just take it out. Just get out of your own way, Cappy. Because if you don't, this new beginning that you're going to start is not really going to be much of a new beginning. And my dear, to have to relive things. I can hear Cappies for the rest of this year, those Cappies that are not able to get out of their heads and kind of get out of their own way. I can hear a lot of Cappies for the rest of the year saying things like, why does this keep happening to me? Why me? Oh, what the hell? This always happens. I leave it up to me for things like this to happen because I always gravitate, blah, 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 blah. Get the gist, guys? So, with that said, I'm going to jump into your reading. And I have pre-shuffled, I've premeditated, and I've charged the decks that I will be using, all right? So, that's how I wanted to do that. So, let's see what we got. All right, so for the Leo calling, you have the King of Wands. Oof, Capricorn. The Capricorn in us, the Hermit in reverse. And the Aquarius here is bringing out the Six of Pentacles. Now the Mars in Aries is asking you to stay in the Five of Wands. Oof. Cappies, I have to be clear with you, okay? Fire lives off of earth. If there is one element that fire can live on for the longest, it's earth, my dear. So when I tell you that this Mars and Aries energy is going to light up your behind, it's going to light it up. Things are going to start happening for you, Capricorn. If you have been, I don't know, stuck on a job that you haven't been able to manifest, it's coming, but I need you to start declaring it. I need you to start declaring it. I need you to wake up every day and act as if you were that CEO, if you were that doctor, if you were that nurse, if you were that entrepreneur, if you were that, I don't know, multimillionaire that has made and has $1 million minimum already deposited into its savings. It's not even part of your checking. It's in your savings. I need you to wake up every day, Capricorn. I need you to start manifesting because time is gonna start picking up now. I get this feeling that a lot of Capricorns feel like life has been so dreadful, and it's almost like what's this animal that they move really slow? Not a snail. It looks like a koala. A sloth? Is that what it is? All right, never mind. I can't remember the name of it, but it's just so slow. But everything you've been wishing for, Capricorn, everything you've been saying, oh man, I wish, oh, why isn't this happening? All of that is now going to start coming in. So look at it this way. It's almost like Mars and Aries sat, somewhere out there in the planet, in this, outside of this world, and they were just having a conversation like, oh wow, look at Capricorns. Oh look, they're frustrated because of this. Oh, let's give it to them. Oh, look at them, they're frustrated for this. Oh, let's give it to them. They're hard workers, they're manifestors, they've pretty much gone through it, so you know what, it's time to give it back to them. So you have to be ready, Cappies, you understand me? So oof, I went on a tangent. That came out of spirit, you hear me? Let me wheel it back. All right, Cappies. So, Mars and Aries, those vibes that are going to be with us pretty much for the rest of this year, although other planets are going to align too, because this is happening especially in the beginning of the year and especially on your last day, Cappies, Mars and Aries are going to play a huge role into this year for you. Okay? So they're bringing your attention to the Five of Wands. Now, here is the thing, Cappies. Five of Wands pretty much, it's similar to the Aquarius vibes because it's playful. The Five of Wands makes you, it's like when you look at life from 1 to 10, the five in the, if the five is pretty much like, well, I'm in the middle. So technically I can play here, technically I can play there. So what Aries and Mars wants to do is it wants you to indulge passionately into playfulness, into not being so rigid. Capricorn, you can be rigid. I mean, rigid. But it's because you can be so rigid and so cold-hearted, like a lot of people like to call most Capricorns. That's why you're able to succeed so much. But it's okay to try something new. Take a risk. Aries and Mars, they're all about taking risks. They're all about being passionate. They're all about being flirtatious, coming out of your shell, trying something new, being something new. That person that you see yourself being for the next 5 years, you already are that person. So just start with the characteristics. Start with everything that this person that you're going to be in the next 5 years, according to your vision, wears, desires, eats, lives, become that person. It's the time starts now. It's what you do now that's going to build that person in 5 years. So, but you can't do that unless you get out of your head. Right? So with this Five of Wands, I also want to bring to your attention, just play a little bit. Okay? You don't have to, again, Capricorns tend to be very rigid. And once we make a decision, we haul ass. That's where we're going and that's it. Maybe you want to be that five. It's actually beneficial for you, Capricorn, to be that five. Do step by step. Right? It doesn't have to be drastic. Because drastic is one of the main characteristics that you're going to see quite often throughout this whole year of 2019 because of Mars and Aries vibes, right? People are just going to be a little drastic, a little extra, a little fiery around, right? So enjoy being in the middle. Capricorn, everything is not black and white. Everything is not about being a 1 or a 10, right? Be a 5. Enjoy the 5. Be in the middle. Learn how to be out of your comfort zone. Learn what it is to, when you're at a 10, it's difficult for you to talk to, step 5, to step 2, to step 7. right? If you're a 1, it's hard for you to talk to step 9 or to step 10, right? But if you're in the middle, you get the best of both worlds, right? So this is what Aries and Mars is asking of you. Okay, this is your declaration for this full moon / eclipse. All right, Cappies, let's move forward. Now, the calling for Leo. Now, let's remember, Cappies, in case you don't know, Leos are very demanding. They don't ask, they demand. And if my Capricorn, my dearest Capricorn, if you have ever gotten into an argument with a Leo, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, under the Leo vibes, we have the King of Wands. Again, Cappies, you guys are manifestors. You guys, anything a Capricorn wants, a Capricorn gets. But the Capricorn, for the past, like, let's say 3 years, you have been stuck in your head. You have been hit hard. You have been forced to be different than what you are, to try different things. Capricorn is more like, look, I like structure. I get things done. If I want something, I go get it. That makes sense. It is what it is. 1 is 1, 10 is 10. No. Life keeps throwing you all these little nuggets like, oh, well, what if it rains? Oh, what if we have a storm? Right? So with accepting to be in the 5 and enjoying to being the 5 and letting go and getting out of your head, right? That's going to make you be in and act as if you are the King of Wands. And this is, you could be the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. I don't do readings based on sexes, right? So based on sex. So the King of Wands is here to remind you that this is your time. Capricorn, this is your year. And when I tell you that things are going to start coming to you, it's almost like I want to tell you, I hope you actually slept well. I hope you rested during your hibernation, because now it's takeoff season. Now you're going to go for it, and it's going to happen. You want to align a manifester? You're going to put a manifester in conjunction with alignment. What you think is going to happen, right? Now, Capricorn is here, yourself. You're here to remind yourself of the Hermit, but the Hermit is in reverse, okay? So there are things that you're just not going to see. And this goes into connection with your 5 of Wands, because remember, we're going to be in the middle, right? We're going to learn to play with both sides of the fences, right? So because we're now in the middle, there are things that we're just not going to see. We're not going to see. There are things that are going to happen so fast that in the back of your mind, you're going to sit down and you're going to say, I think that's iffy. There's going to be a lot of things in question. You're going to question yourself. You're going to question a lot of things. But that's all because you're going to be, all right, let's look at it like this. Black, white, gray. Gray is this 5 of Wands. That's gray, all right? Now, here comes Aquarius. Aquarius wants to play, all right? Aquarius is here like, look, guys, this fire stuff that you guys got going on, Mars in Aries now, they're being extra. They're being way too serious. They're just firing everybody up. I don't know what type of war they're trying to create. Everybody's just all kinds of passionate and all kinds of like fast. And then Capricorn is here, trying to be all serious and trying to get business done. I'm here to play. That's how Aquarius is coming in for this full moon / eclipse, right? So Aquarius is here to tell you, hey, 6 of Pentacles, meaning don't be greedy. Stop, Capricorn. And again, this is all part of you being stuck in your head. Stop being greedy. This is your year, Cappies. But don't forget, there's highs and there's lows. And now that you get a chance to be on your high, you better start planting those seeds for when you're having your lows. So, what does this mean? This means no cockiness. This means don't don't let your head swell. Stay humble. Stay humble and play. Play. Don't be greedy. It's okay for you to not have the savings that you've wanted. Remember, we're going to play. We're going to be in the middle. Okay? It's okay for you not to have or not to achieve the goals that you set yourself to achieve in the next 3 months. Relax. Cappies, nobody, like, you have your own rules and you're running your own race. And all the other signs are looking at Cappies like, okay, so should we take them to the psych ward? Because they seem to be challenging somebody, but there's nobody else in the race. So who are they challenging? Get out of your head, Cappies. Get out of your head. All right? So I'm going to bring out some clarifiers. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to put that in reverse. I'm not doing these clarifiers in reverse. Oh. Okay. So, all right. So, Leo is here to remind you of principles. Remember, your King of Wands, first and foremost, remember, we're going to be the Five of Wands this year. All right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You're never going to have too much of something this year, Cap. All right? You're never going to have too much money. You're never going to be at zero. You're going to be able to play around and pull, and you're not going to be single for the whole year. But you also may not get married this year. You may start a relationship this year, but it's not going to take off this year. This year is all about, think about going to, like, those Chinese buffets where there's a little bit of everything. That's what 2019 is going to be for you. And it's going to be amazing. You're going to grow in ways that you need to become the person that you see yourself as in the next 5 years. Okay. So remember your principles. Okay. Remember who you are, because when you see yourself in those uncomfortable situations that you're like, oh, I don't want to do that right now. No, I don't want chocolate. I've never eaten chocolate. Remember your principles. Remember what this full moon and eclipse is bringing to you, what Aries and Mars is offering you for this year. All right? Because when those feelings come up, if you remember and you're able to you're going to be able to bring yourself back and say, you know what? I feel uncomfortable, but I'm growing, so I got to go do it. Remember the 5, right? Now, Capricorn is reminding you not to lose your ambition. And again, my dear, through change comes a lot of being uncomfortable, not knowing your next step, trusting destiny, trusting the universe, trusting God, trusting your soul, trusting your significant other, trusting your children, trusting your boss. You need to trust. The end, right? You're not going to know everything. Normally, Capricorns, they'll figure it out real quick. You may not be able to figure this one out because you don't know how to do the limbo. You don't know how to do the dance. You don't know how to be that 5. It's not a Capricorn thing. It's just not a Capricorn thing. You're either a 1, you're either 10. The end, right? Black or white. But just because you don't see or you can't figure things out doesn't mean you can't trust, let go, and enjoy, but not let go of your ambition. Your ambition should be your drive. This is like you writing a letter to yourself for the rest of the year, letting yourself know, hey, keep your ambition. And even if it doesn't go your way, or even if you don't understand what the hell is happening, go. Because we're trying to get there. You know, whether we plan to get through the door, but we're going to have to climb over it, we're still getting there. So, Cappy, go. All right? Now, with your Six of Pentacles, we do have the clarifier of economy. So, it's like I said, Cap, this year, you're not going to be at zero, but you're not going to be the most wealthy. This year may not be the year that you had the most money. Okay? So I need you to not be greedy. This is important. Don't be greedy. And I mean that financially or with knowledge. Remember, you have to keep passing the buck. Okay? Knowledge that you have gained, you need to teach it to somebody else that's coming behind you. Money that you have gained, don't make donations. Pass it on. Plant seeds, because in the future, you don't know where you're going to be. Right? So don't be greedy. But again, don't be extra with it. So I'll give you a perfect example, because this is more Aquarius wants to play with your professional career finances, right? So let's use the example of, I don't know, there's a new hire at your job and it's your job to train them. You don't have to train them and teach them everything you know. Why would you do that? Because then why would they need you, Cappy? Right? Again, the 5. We're going to become the best dancers this year, Cappies. All right? And that's your full moon eclipse reading, Cappies. I thank you for your time. I value your time, and I thank you for giving me your time. Please, if you have any questions, please make sure to, you reach out to me. Make sure you subscribe so you can get notifications when I make any uploads. And come on over to Instagram at IndumQuest and make friends. Let's be friends. Let's chat. Let's DM. Let's like each other's pictures. All right, Cappies, thank you for your time. And please, I hope that you enjoy this full moon / eclipse. Have a good one.